Hey you guys, it's Nano Reefer 11 from the Mast forums. So in the last video, a couple of my corals weren't looking so good. I had the camera in macro mode and we're going to go through each coral and just kind of do a quick status update and see how they're doing, and then I'll cut the video, switch to just the autofocus and show you guys the full tank shot. So here's the Duncan. You can see in the last video it was totally closed up. I'm really glad this one's still alive. It was definitely my favorite coral in the tank. You can see there. It's doing very well. This was really easily my favorite coral in the tank, and having it back again is just awesome. I left for work for 4 days, and had a buddy of mine take care of the tank, and in those 4 days it opened up from, I would say, 75% to 95%. And it started sprouting a new head. You'll see it right there, that little baby head. So this is just awesome. With this colony right here, having a few problems with the greens just randomly dying on me. I don't know what it is. Mr. Cobb says that it may be just the red zoa slowly taking over the greens, and if that's the case, that's fine. I do have a frag of these at a few buddies' tanks, so I'm not terribly concerned. These zoas right here are doing very well. They were closed up for a while, and they're slowly starting to open up. You can see where they used to be right there, and that was before I moved them over here. They were just getting too much shade from that rock, and I had everything looking really nice, and I didn't want to re-aquascape just for this coral, so I just took it off and moved it. And whenever the clownfish move, you can see those zoas are starting to take over this rock. They're starting to move upwards, which is really good. They're really pretty zoas, so I'll have frags of those in the future. Pink zoas are doing very well. They're growing quite nicely. They're not the fastest growers, but under the actinics they're very pretty. These pink ones are not doing amazing, but they're not doing bad either. I think it's just the same thing as that other frag, is that they're getting shaded too much by these mushrooms, so I'm going to have to frag off a few of those. So if any of you guys are looking for those, just let me know. I don't know, I'll give them away pretty cheap. The big Duncan in the back, slowly regaining, his look again. It's kind of like, a lion without its mane almost. But he's slowly going back into it. You can see that, it's bouncing back. And that's good. I'm really excited to have that guy back as well. It definitely added a lot of, movement to the tank. Okay, so I'm going to come around over here. You can see my Eagle Eye zoas. Let me get right here. Eagle Eye zoas are doing very good. I got that colony from a trade, and I love them. They're so pretty under the actinics. There's just a side view. There's this zoa frag that I lost. It's under there, under those mushrooms. I'm just too lazy to take the frag plug off, and in the future, if I ever cut those mushrooms down, I can just mount a zoa frag right onto that. Here's another small colony of GSP I have. I pretty much give this away whenever mass people come over. Just rip off a little bit of it and send them going. A buddy of mine came over, took a couple frags for himself and a friend, and you can see it didn't even put a dent in it. So if you guys need GSP, just let me know. I have a lot of it going around. And I know this isn't a coral, but my feather duster is finally not looking like crap anymore. It's looking very nice, very pretty. It's one of my favorite creatures in the tank. It's just so pretty just watching it flow. And I'm definitely glad that it's not, dying on me anymore. Okay, so moving forward, we have the green zoas, my favorite zoa in the tank. Mainly just because they grow so well in this tank. I don't know what it is. I don't really dose. I perform water changes and whatnot, but they just seem to love it in this tank, and they're just growing everywhere. I love these guys. A few of them did die from the anemone when it moved, but for the most part, they're doing very well, as you can see. And these guys just add a lot of color to the tank. If for whatever reason I get tired of these hairy mushrooms, I'm going to let these green ones take over the entire rock, and that's going to look awesome. So moving forward, I have these blue zoas that I got from Alan. I got them as a 5-head frag, four with a baby head, and you can see they're starting to grow outwards, and I think they're at 9 to 10 heads right now. They're growing very well, and they're definitely one of my favorite corals in tank. I really like blue zoas. If you guys have any, and you guys will let them go for relatively cheap, let me know, because I think blue zoas are one of the prettiest color variants out there. And actually I forgot, I had this new frag right here. Let me see if I can get it on the other side. You can see it right there behind the Duncan. Not really. Okay, I got this one yesterday from Shane, and I believe he said it came from Sharita's tank. And it's starting to open. It's very pretty. It's growing actually outside of the frag plug, which is really good. I got a seal for this one. And yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this coral. It's very pretty. Moving forward, I have my fairy dust pallies, which are still doing well. I lost a couple of them when the anemone decided to move from over there to over here, but that's not a big deal because they're going to grow back anyways. These green zoas are still growing awesomely. These ones look really cool under the actinics. They're just lime green, and they're still really cool. I have my lunar eclipse pally, which hasn't grown at all. I mean, it has 2 heads now. It started as just 1. But, that's fine. The rest of the corals are growing really fast, so I'm not too concerned. I have these, I believe they're fire and ice zoas that I got from Shane. They haven't opened up yet. They've been in the tank for, like, less than 12 hours, so I'm not too concerned about those. So when those open, I'll probably have some pictures of that. Got these red zoas right here. I'm not really a big fan of names, so they're just like red zoas. And they're growing fantastically. They've pretty much covered the frag plug. And absolutely love those guys. Pallies, still doing their thing. These ones over here too, and these zoas are also completely covering the frag plug. These people eaters, if you've seen other videos in the past, they're pretty much dead. They're starting to come back now. The anemone decided to take a walk on them and sit on them for a few days and then leave. So these are doing very well. Check out that Hermitcraft shell, that just looks awesome. Sorry. And the Duncan, I put the Duncan where it used to be down here, not getting a lot of light. Put it up here where it get a little bit more light and a little bit more flow. And it looks freaking awesome, it's huge. So that's doing pretty awesome. Right now I have my Vortex set on pulse mode, short pulse mode. I haven't gotten to play around with the other modes, and that was the one I really wanted to play with when I first got it. So it's been chilling like that for 2 weeks, and once I get a little bit more free time, I'm going to change those modes. You can see the anemone back there doing relatively